Coach, Ben and Joel were campaigning for each other last night on Twitter for All-Star Game. How have you seen their relationship grow during the season?
I mean, I think it's growing. It's growing in real time. It's growing organically. Some of it, we talk about, the importance of those two guys needing each other. All great players need some help, and the recognition that nothing can get done in this league alone is clear to us by several examples. And I think that they understand that and they respect what each of them needs to do in order to help one another, and collectively great things can happen here.
Brett, can Justin play tonight?
He can, yes.
Joel?
He is still questionable. We will learn more. We will learn more.
So you're going to make the final decision before the game?
Yes, and it's done with, it's done with a lot of people. He had a good practice yesterday. There is no reason so far to think that he won't play. And we'll give the final stamp off as soon as we are able. He had a really good practice yesterday.
Did he participate in shoot-around today?
He did not, Keith.
He just did, like...
Yeah. No red flags. No red flags. All positive is what everybody should hear.
Coach, people talk about the process of this team. For yourself, as the season moving forward, what do you think the biggest challenge here?
I think the whole thing is centered around our health. And it's really centered around Joel. When you look at our record with Joel and without Joel, it's very different. And we are a very different team without him. And so just trying to continually grow Joel's health, obviously growing our other players along that path, and moving the team forward through development is never that far away from my mind. But the reality of our health and the special reality of Joel's health is a real key indicator on our success.
When you say no red flags about Joel, is this something where you go through shoot-around planning for him to be part of the team tonight?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking to the health challenge you just mentioned, would you change any rotation in the future? Like any plans, like have those?
No.
Hey, Brett, what's the one thing of you're getting from JJ? What's the one thing that you think what's the biggest thing that he brings to the team other than leadership?
JJ?
Yeah, JJ.
The attention. Like he just has so much attention given to him by defensive players and defensive game plans. And so whether he's making shots or he's not, the defense doesn't change. It's very close to him. They're chasing him. They really are aware of him. And just the ripple effects of the spacing that he can provide all by himself, whether he's making shots or he isn't, sure helps Ben and Joel.
Mm-hmm. Now, when you got him, because when he was over in with the Clippers, he was basically just a three-point shooter. I shouldn't say basically, but that's what they needed him to do. When he came here, now he's doing a whole lot more. Was that your doing, or was it something that he said, "Hey, Brett, I want to showcase my overall game"?
It was more just him coming into our system. The system moves the ball. We lead the NBA in passes. We move ourselves. We move the ball a lot. And it was more him, coming into the system. He obviously is smart and was well studied when he started researching where did he want to play with the many teams that were interested in him. And I'm proud that he liked the style. He wanted to be a part of the system, and so I think the system deserves, the most credit, and he's been excellent in it.
What do you have to focus on with the Blazers tonight?
The obvious with Lillard and McCollum, they just look at their quantity of shots and the percentage of their scoring that is generated by those two especially. I personally am a huge fan of Nurkic. I think that he's got live legs, he plays hard, he's just got a real balance and a real energy. I think a real personality. and you understand, like, they have lost, I believe, 6 games in a row here at home. And, you know, they're getting Damian back for the first time in a few games, and it's Christmas, and, like, they're going to be just ready to roll, like you'd expect for us to catch their A game tonight. And, you know, we think those types of things as we prepare for tonight.
When you talk about that bounce, does that lend itself to a favorable matchup with Rashawn, maybe off the bench?
Well, it's different. You know, like, Nurkic is a hard matchup for anybody. And I think the size aspect, like, Nurkic is huge. Rashawn is not. So, you know, there's some challenges there. You know, that might not be the favorable matchup if we all look at it like that.
So you guys having more national TV appearances this year, is there anything you have to do, like, to kind of address that with the team? Do you think that gets in their heads a little bit?
I don't think it does. You know, I think initially it might have, but I really don't. Like, I don't talk about it. Like, I talk mostly just about how you're going to win the game, you know, and locking in on the obvious stuff, I'd say, if we were on TV or we aren't. I'd be lying if I didn't think at some level there was a understanding that they get it. They're on national TV, but we don't bring much light to it.